is going on, guys? Michael Bites here, or Fish McBites, whatever you want to call me. And today I'm bringing you another story. Yes, I'm back with stories. And today I want to talk to you about probably one of the weirdest and most uncomfortable trips I've ever had. I wouldn't quite call it fun, but it was something for the books. What I tripped on. Don't laugh at me, and you may find it unbelievable, but it was nutmeg. Yes, nutmeg, everybody's favorite pumpkin holiday spice. Well, truth be told, if you take enough of nutmeg, you trip some serious, well, I wouldn't say serious, but you can hallucinate, and it goes on for about 2 to 3 days, and it causes a lot of nausea, and you just feel like you constantly have a headache, and you're really drained of energy. Speaking of being drained of energy, sorry if I sound a little snuffed up right now, I'm really sick, but I'm gonna try to make this video through that. Back to the story. Well, the stage this happened in, I like to call it my desperate stage, the stage where I couldn't get anything because either I was broke or nobody was willing to come out to where I live due to the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere, and nobody wants to come out this far to give me anything.
Stay put.
Look at this homeboy, no.
They're gonna come down harder on us if you kill civilians.
Yes, but it's where I really couldn't get anything, and it's really rough. And then, if you have heard my kid does hydrocodone in school story, I was actually with him on the way home from school on the bus. Yes, in the story I talk about how he rides my bus. Well, he's talking to me about nutmeg. I'm like, what's nutmeg? And he's like, you don't know what nutmeg is? And he's like, no, you've never been high on it. And he's freaking out. He's saying like nutmeg's the greatest thing that'll ever happen to you. And I was like, I want to try this. So I go to my house, I'm digging through all my spices, and I find it. It's like the last spice through everything. I searched for like 10 minutes because we have such a large amount of spices in our cabinet, and there's just one little jar of nutmeg in the back, and I freaked out. And it was like pretty much full. Like nobody, I guess, uses nutmeg. So I text him like, yo, get down here. So I go pick him up, and we go back to my place. As soon as we get there, we start taking tablespoons of nutmeg. And I mean, we sat there the whole day and nothing really happened. We did some stuff. It wasn't like a total bore fest, but compared to what he talked it up to be, this was nothing. So I was pretty disappointed. It wasn't until the end of the day, right before he left, we were having a fire. And bro, I started feeling a little loopy. I was getting out there. I kind of felt like it was kind of like a pot high, but it wasn't to an extreme extent. If you could understand what I'm saying, it was like a really low pot high, and I was like, oh man, I think it's starting to kick in. And let's take the fact, me and him took like 7 to 8 tablespoons, so that's a lot. I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to take like 3 to 5, and we were 7 to 8 in it, so we were out there with it. After that, I took him home, and on the way back, I saw this. I was driving back, and it was pitch black. I think it was like 10 o'clock on the way back home, and I saw this cat in the road, and I was like, what is that? And I was like, no. I was like, oh, it's just a cat. And it went back. It just like stood there. It didn't do anything. And I stopped in front of it, and I kept driving, and it was just like gone. And I was like, what? I looked at the side of the road, and there was just a cat walking across. It was just it walking aside. I was like, oh, it must have moved over. And then I was driving back, and I saw lightning in the sky, and I was like, oh, it's about to rain. Better get home soon. I texted him when I got home, and he's like, dude, there hasn't been lightning, thunder, no rain or anything. There wasn't. There was no storm near us, so I saw lightning for no apparent reason, and I told him about the cat, and he started laughing at me. He's like, dude, nobody up that road that has a cat besides me, and my cats stay in the house the whole time. So I was like, so that kind of freaked me out a little bit, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm tripping. Besides those two, the next morning when I woke up, it really got worse. I was really nauseous. Like, it was just a really bad pot high, really. And on the way to school, the interstate, I swear to God, I saw a cement truck going up the road backwards. I might not have saw. I don't know what I was seeing. I was out of my mind at the time being. But that did happen. That's. I mean, and I went to school the rest of the day. I was just kind of out of it. Nothing really too crazy. That was about it. I'm just saying, you don't feel good afterwards. Trust me, it's not really worth it. I wouldn't say do it ever. Oh my God, but it's just if you want a trip, get some psychedelics, like get some psychedelic mushrooms or maybe acid. I wouldn't recommend anything else besides that. Not nutmeg, please don't, because afterwards, you for like a week straight, every time you burp, all you taste is nutmeg, and some foods taste like nutmeg, and it's really disgusting. I wouldn't recommend doing it at all. Recommend doing it at all. I hope you guys have somewhat enjoyed this story about one of my weirdest trips of all time. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. Hear more stories like this one. If you want to hear more stories in general, hear me rage or just good gameplay of anything, hit that subscribe button, comment any of your weird trip stories, or if you have a nutmeg story, please comment below. I want to thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Peace.